Three, two, one.
All right, now. Y'all know what time it is. We got a showdown in less than, what time is it? 11? We got a showdown in about 12 hours. We got the Memphis Tigers traveling to Tallahassee to play Mike Norvell and the Florida State Seminoles. And this gonna be a showdown right here. And I'm seeing, I've been looking at things throughout the week, seeing little predictions here and there, and a lot of talk is on FSU, saying, this is FSU story, the storylines about them. But what's funny is last time I checked, FSU was 0-2. So I mean, if you're talking about a storyline where they go 1-11 in a year after they went 11-1, then that's a little funny. But I don't know. I feel like this is really about Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Because Memphis is coming in 2-0. Memphis is coming off of a 10-win season and is looking red hot to get that extra slot. That extra slot into the playoffs. And if Memphis can get this done, the only way to look is up, Because this game was really supposed to be prepped out to be, a huge game for Memphis. Florida State came into the season ranked number 10. But that soon failed after they lost to Boston College. And they lost to who did they lose to again? They lost to Boston College and another team in the ACC. Yeah, and they lost to Georgia Tech. And they got killed by Boston College. And then they lost at home, 28-13 to Boston College. Boston College. And I think last time I checked, Florida State was a 5.5 point favorite over Memphis, which is generous. You know what I'm saying? Which is generous, and nobody really would have thought that. But we got an old Memphis coach. I would say legend, but I think that's a little bit too soon. But he's definitely one of the top coaches that's been at Memphis. He led Memphis to a Cotton Bowl 2019. Definitely a classic Memphis year for football and everything. And that's Mike Norvell, who also had Ryan Silverfield on his coaching staff. Ryan Silverfield was on the coaching staff from 2016 until he became the coach in 2019. So these two are very familiar with one another. And I don't know, I'm just feeling the energy that Mike Norvell kind of, he can kind of sense out Ryan Silverfield, but to be honest, I feel like Ryan Silverfield has tricks under his sleeves. We have a senior quarterback in Seth Hennigan who is ready to really show the world who he is. And of course we have, great running backs. Memphis is a running back school, and I'm tired of people saying that, Memphis runs the ball okay. They run it okay. Bro, like we send a running back to the draft like every year. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm really concerned about with Memphis is the kicker. Can the kicker really come through? Because if we get in red zone and we need that field goal, we need the kicker to come through with the field goal. Now, he had some questionable kicks these last two games that I noticed. And, well, maybe not the last two games, but definitely the first game. He definitely had he had some questionable kicks the first game, and we don't need him slacking up for this game. We need everybody locked in, and I think the Tigers are going to be locked in. I think Silverfield is taking this game very seriously. Last time I checked on Twitter X, Florida State was having water gun fights at their practice. You know what I'm saying? The week of this game, like sometime this week, I think Monday or something like that. So clearly, that just shows they're not there mentally. I feel like this team, they're just not focused. Y'all lost to 28-13 to Boston College at home, and I think Boston College ran for like 200 and some yards. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, I don't know. What I'm seeing is that the O line for Florida State, or the not the O line, but the defensive line is they're not really up to par. They might be up to par on paper, but in the game they're not up to par. So that's gonna be a problem for them because Memphis gonna run it for sure. And if the run game is not there, we can throw it. We got receivers. I'm not really worried about the offense for Memphis. I'm more worried about the defense and really stopping Florida State. Um, a lot of folks been talking about the Florida State quarterback. His name DJU. That's his nickname. That's what everybody call him. They say he's trash. So I haven't, I seen the highlights for Florida State. I didn't watch the game or anything, but if we can control him and just let the offense be the offense and limit Florida State's offense, I feel like we good. I feel like Memphis is gonna go there and I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be no blowout because at the end of the day, Florida State is coming off of a bye week. Uh, they're 0-2, so they're trying to have their first win. I feel like they'll, regardless of the water fights and all the stuff they had going in their practice. I still got a feeling they're gonna be locked in. I know Mike Norvell definitely doesn't want to lose to his old team. If I was a coach at a better premier school than my last team and I played my last team, I'll be telling my guys, hey, look, we can lose every other game. We can't lose this game. Because if I lose my old school, that's gonna be embarrassing. We already 0-2, we go 0-3. Y'all put me on the verge of getting fired. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you do get fired, you know what I'm saying, hey, you can always come back to the M, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the M is always open for you, Coach Norvell. You feel me? But yeah. On that note though, from Florida State side, I feel like Memphis is gonna come into this game hot too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got Seth Hennigan in his fourth year. This is probably Seth Hennigan's biggest game. Yeah, this is definitely his biggest game. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not on paper, but I'm just saying like that's what it was supposed to be. But Florida State kind of messed it up, losing the first two games. But at the end of the day, this is still a team that went undefeated during the season last season. And I think Seth Hennigan is locked in. I think the whole Memphis is gonna be locked in. Ryan Silverfield, I know he got them ready for this game. But at the end of the day, um, can Ryan Silverfield get that big premier season win? He definitely did great coming off of the bowl win. And what's crazy? Like it's like Memphis is continuing from their bowl win against Iowa State from last season. And it seems like Florida State is continuing from their bowl loss against Georgia when they got manhandled. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just not there mentally. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This game is really a toss up, because it's so much factors coming from all different sides. And I'm just very eager and ready to see where this game leads to and who will come up on top. Now, let me get to my prediction now, because it's about to get real. And, I can't bet against my boys. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think Memphis is going to come out on top. Uh, I'm feeling a 10-point win by Memphis, 31-21. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. 31-21 is gonna be a pretty. I think it's gonna be a high uh high scoring first half, and I think in the second half it's gonna slow up for both teams, and it's gonna be kind of like a nail biter. But I think Memphis is going to run away with it, and it's gonna be 31-21. Memphis going into Tallahassee, getting that dub, and bringing it back to the M. You know what I'm saying? And Memphis has a great chance to do something special this year. Yeah, it's a lot of things going on. The Pac-12, man, they talking about possibly adding Memphis, so there's a lot of implications with this game. You got Florida State wanting to leave the ACC, but if Florida State can't win, that's a bad look for them. Going to the SEC. I think they're trying to go to the SEC. So I think that'll be a good look for Florida State as a brand and everything. And as far as the Pac-12 for Memphis, I think that's going to be an opportunity, but at the end of the day, I think that's going to be something that's going to be in Memphis' court. But if Florida State does leave the ACC, that opens up more slots. So if I'm the ACC and I see that the Pac-12 is trying to add Memphis, I would just go ahead and add Memphis. You know what I'm saying? If you guys really want them. But that's neither here or there. Everything really kind of like spans off this game. It's a lot of implications for this game, and that's why I call this a showdown right here, y'all. I'm gonna be tuned in tomorrow at the game, watching it. I'll probably go live at halftime. Hopefully, we're not getting blown out. If we're getting blown out, I'll be very disappointed, and I'll be going off. But I got a feeling it's gonna be a pretty close first half. Probably about like 17-14, something like that, going into halftime. And or maybe like 21-21 or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, whatever it is, I'm gonna be tuned in. I'm gonna be ready to go, and I'm gonna be ready to see Memphis win tomorrow. So that's my prediction, and man, man, y'all get ready for this showdown. I'm out.